Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR, and here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Tuesday, the 23rd day of March. Here we go. I've been having fun explaining to you some of these mysterious terms that people use when Pesach arrives. I'm going to do another one with you. It's not exactly a law, but it's related to halacha. Here it is. You will hear some people say, "Do you mish on Pesach?" And other people will say, "We don't mish." And I want you to know what that is. It's a customary term, and I don't want you to be embarrassed. Here, basically what it means is, those who say we don't mish, it's basically their way of saying we don't mix our eatings, we don't eat in other people's homes on the holiday of Pesach. That's basically what they mean when they say that they don't mish. People who do mish, that means that they will eat over at somebody else's house on Pesach. So now you know the facts. And by the way, if you invite someone for Pesach and they say we don't mish, and they refuse to come to your house for Pesach, do not be insulted. It does not mean that they don't trust your kashrus. Some people just really strictly have a rule that because Pesach kosher rules are so tough that they don't allow eating in anybody else's house, even if it was the most religious person on the planet. They just have this rule that you just lay down the law that we don't eat out on Pesach because Pesach rules are strict. So if you invite someone and they say we don't mish, which means they're not coming over to your house, don't be insulted. Now, I thought I'd just add on and tell you, now why is it that it sounds like the strictness of kosher for Pesach is ratcheted up as more severe than the rest of the year? Or people who would eat over at your house other parts of the year trust you for that. Why wouldn't they trust you for Pesach? The answer is kind of simple. On Pesach, there is this rule that chametz is aser b'mashehu, which means chametz is prohibited on Pesach, even in the tiniest amount. Whereas usually in other kosher rules, if a drip of milk falls into a meat soup, if it's 60 to 1 or more than 60 to 1 of meat versus milk, we say that the milk is nullified. Okay, there's no such rule for chametz on Pesach. So even a tiny speck of chametz in your food would be a problem for you to eat. That's why people are extra strict with Pesach laws, and that's why some people won't mish on Pesach. They'll just have this rule of we cleaned, we watched, we're careful. Never know if somebody else was negligent by mistake, and therefore they only eat in their own homes throughout the holiday of Pesach. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.